Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Moment with Shania. Welcome on this lovely Wednesday. Welcome. This is Creative Moment with Shania, an opportunity to practice for 20-25 minutes, to nurture yourself, to come into your body, and really connect with creativity. It's actually much simpler than many think. So, welcome. Hey Jess. Hey everyone, good to have you here. So I'll get started. So before we get started, I just wanna let you know what supplies you need. Really limited, just some white paper and some colorful utensils if you have them. If not, no worries. Just some pens or pencils will do. But I invite you to just spend a little bit of money and just get some basic supplies so that you can really play. It doesn't have to be expensive at all. So I wanted to just reiterate how I work with creativity. So it's really a healing tool and a transformational tool. It's a heart-centered practice. So we're going to get out of our minds and get into our hearts just by being present, just by being one with the breath. This is not about skill or technique. Creativity has really very little to do with that. And so in a way, creativity is something that can really expand the practices that you are working on, or expand many facets of you. But you actually don't need to draw like a dog that you see. It could just be a playful, curious approach. So that's how I work with creativity. And also one of the most important ways that creativity can help us, it allows us to work with our inner child. Just so everyone is on the same page. So our inner child is really that unconscious part of us that oftentimes needs support, but is really centered in joy, innocence, is often very sensitive, could be temper tantrum depending on, your nervous system, but it's just that sort of innocent part of us that is joyous and playful. So creativity really allows us to give our inner child the seat at the table, but also an ability to really lead. And so yeah, those are the basics that I work with. The themes for the astrological themes, energetic themes for today, for the season, we are in Gemini season. Lots of love to all my Geminis. I am a Gemini as well, so I love the season. So really, Gemini is all about communication, community, expression. And the moon is in Cancer, so we're really invited to just sort of nurture ourselves and get quiet, to really receive, and to really work with our sensitivities. So I feel like it's a really right time for us to really engage in a creative practice. So before we really get into the creative prompts, let's ground our bodies. So go ahead and get comfortable, and feel free to close your eyes or lower your gaze. And just take a nice, gentle, deep breath in through your nose and out. One more time, take a nice, gentle, deep breath in And really feel your chest expanding. Feel the breath just giving you that, and go ahead and release that. And go ahead and put your hand on your heart, just in the middle of your chest, your energetic heart. And continue to breathe gently and naturally. Don't slow the breath down. Just be with yourself where you are right now. And notice if there's any warmth or tingling where your hand is on your chest. And just notice what you're feeling. Notice what comes up for you. And whatever it is, it's perfectly okay. And notice if this gesture of putting your hand on your heart feels good. If it feels like attending and nurturing to just touch into this bridge between our body and our spirit. And notice if there's a softening, a quieting. There's a compassionate feeling coming up for you as you sit with your heart. I just invite you to get curious as you sit here. Get curious about what's coming up for you in this moment. There's no need to judge. We're just listening. Communication is not just speaking, but also listening. So we really want to give ourselves an opportunity to be with what wants to be said or felt. Go ahead and put your hands on your lower belly. Both your hands. And just sit with this part of you as well. This is where the inner child lives. This is the ocean of our emotion. And let us invite the inner child to be here. And to yourself, you can say, it's safe to be here for you. I invite you to come out and play. However you show up, thank you. And notice if you're receiving anything or if you're just feeling notice if you're feeling a little more settled, a little more focused maybe. Let's just be aware about what is coming up for us. And let us say thank you to our inner child and remind them that we love them and care for them. And start to come back into the room, into the space. Feel free to gently open your eyes. So this meditation took a little longer, and it was on purpose because I really want to introduce us to a conversation, the possibility of having a conversation between our inner child, like I said, that unconscious part of us that just needs validation, needs support, is our access to joy, our innocence, our sensitivities, and our inner parent, which is really that conscious, nurturing part of us that's responsible and attentive and compassionate. Now, our inner parent might not have always been responsible and attentive, and so this is really the movement that we're trying to go into, right? Slowly, we're starting to notice what our inner child needs. A clue I like to something I notice in myself is if I'm aware of a tantrum, my inner child is activated. And so, this is the invitation for the inner parent to really show up and soothe the inner child and validate the inner child's feelings. So the meditation took a little longer just because I wanted us to really feel into that compassionate nature of ours that really is centered in the heart, and the inner child part of us that is really our access to really so many beautiful things, and not just beautiful things, but just life being, our vulnerabilities, and our access to joy, and just beauty, really. So I hope that was grounding and clarifying, maybe too. So the prompt that I want to start us off with is actually a prompt that my daughter brought back for me. She was doing an after-school activity, and they were talking about they call it the I feel strategy, and maybe you know it as well. But this whole idea is I feel, so we write what we feel. So really, this is a conversation. So the I feel strategy would be something that we can use in our relationship, right? So whether it's a parent, a child, partner, or whatever. So you would state to whoever it is. In this case, we're actually asking for the inner child to state what they're feeling and then voice to the inner parent, right? So we're sort of doing this internally for ourselves. But you feel free to use this strategy with any other relationship. But really, what it begins with is I feel. So you write down what you feel, what emotions are coming out for you when this happens. The next one is when you. So what behavior triggers it? Yeah. Because why are you feeling this way? Like, what is it that it's bringing up for you? And then last step is I would like. So I would like you to do something differently, right? So let's do this in a creative way, yeah? So I kind of did, I mean, it felt right to just sort of draw a few boxes, yes? Boxes, circles or ovals or whatever shape you want. If a star or a heart or a circle, whatever, all we're doing is we're sort of taking some color and we're starting with a box, yeah? But essentially you want to have enough space for 4 boxes, circles, ovals, whatever. So we're going to start with I feel right here. So go ahead and take a color and go ahead and write down if something came up in the meditation, or if something that if you've been feeling hurt or you've been feeling not heard, if you've been having some hard feelings that you want to do in this exercise. So let's get to it. So pick a color and write I feel ... and go ahead and just write a couple of one or a couple of feelings. And if you want to decorate your box or your square or whatever, go ahead and draw how that feeling appears for you. So we're really just trying to connect a color to a feeling, a color to a movement of a feeling, right? If you want to just put lines. Oftentimes I actually like to decorate the boxes before I get into the feeling, because the actual process of drawing these or decorating these boxes is a meditation, and it really, you can receive sort of clearer information when you're just not thinking about it, yeah? So feel free to just sort of like decorate your box with a color, with a couple of colors. If it's a hard feeling, if it's like if it's anger or something and you want to just draw some zigzags, this is really your time to express on a very simple level how a feeling shows up for you visually. Yeah? Okay. So just take a few moments. We want to do this with attention. So notice what color you've picked for your emotion. And go ahead and just write that feeling or those feelings when someone does something All right, so we're going to move on to the next box. So we're just going to connect the next box and we're going to decorate the next box. Take another color or 2 colors. And really this box is when you do this. So really it's a behavioral. So what does this person, so what does a person in your life, if we're doing, with a relationship, I'd like this to actually be like sort of an internal meditation right now. So really it's about your inner child feeling like they need something and you haven't been able to get it. I realize that this exercise demands a certain level of awareness, and so I'm just gonna assume that that this motion will clarify for you how to process, how to work with. But really, we want to start with the feeling. So what does your inner child feel? And what behavior is it triggered by? Yeah? Okay. So this is the second box, right? So we're going to go down the third box. I keep saying boxes, they're ovals, but so the third box is going to be because. So really we're getting back to that feeling, right? We're getting back to that feeling that has been activated because someone has done this. But really, like, what does it bring up for you? Why are you feeling this way? Yeah? Hi, welcome. We're just doing a creative prompt. It's gonna be a short inner child meditation. So we start with a feeling. So really it's an invitation to really ask our inner child some questions and see how they respond. So so we did I feel when you do this. And now we're going to because. So why is the inner child feeling this way? So what is the essence of that feeling? Is it what belief is it connected to? Right? Or what it might not be belief, it might just be a need, an unsatisfied need. And feel free to pick another color and decorate the box. Hey Angelina. How are you, love? Let's see. All right, so we're gonna decorate this box and we're just gonna write sort of what this feeling is connected to. So oftentimes our feelings are connected to things that we haven't, so support we haven't really received, or a belief we've held about ourselves, or around worthiness, or self-esteem. So what does it bring up for you besides the feeling? We want to go just a little bit deeper. Yeah? And then the last circle, see? So we're going to connect the because. And the next circle is, I would like you to do something different. So this is really a call to action for the other person, but this is really an invitation for our inner parent to be listening to what the inner child is asking, right? Because for various reasons, our inner child feels like their need has not been met, and they're feeling this way. And so we really want to be able to communicate, and we want to be able to offer an opportunity for our inner parent to listen to what our inner child needs. So the last box is going to be, let's decorate our last box. I feel like it's going to be a silver one. Oh, wow. I got a really, really cool Sharpie. I'm gonna put that aside. Let me get this blue. So really, what behavior are we asking our inner parent to take on, to change, right? What need is not being met, and how can they do it different, right? Because the truth is, our inner parent is gonna make mistakes. They're gonna make mistakes, but our inner parent, we have to give our inner parent the opportunity to repair. That's key, right? So that they could do better. And now that they know what we need, what that inner child needs, right? Usually it's around needing support and validation. It's about needing to be seen, needing to be heard, right? Oftentimes we want to shut our feelings down, right? We're feeling angry, we're feeling hurt, and we don't really want to face it, right? So that's that inner child who is needing to speak up, needing to just feel their feelings, and our inner parent is just shutting it down because it's not convenient for other people, because it's not a convenient time for them. I don't know what it is, but we have to get right with it. We have to get right with what we need, right? We have to get right with allowing our inner child to get what they need so that we can essentially empower ourselves. It's really all about empowerment and care and support, because once we feel supported and cared for, we can build resiliency, we can build flexibility, we can really show up fully in the world. So, last step. I would like you to do something differently. So go ahead. Maybe it's one thing. I realize that it's backwards on the screen, so apologies. There has to be a way to change it up. Yeah. So yeah. I hope that has had been helpful for you. It's been really, really helpful for me over the years, and so this is why I'm bringing this up. I don't know if my headphones are. I feel like they're. Angelina, can you hear me? Okay. So there we are. I hope this has been nourishing. I hope this has given you... Oh, thank you, love. I hope this is... I hope that this Gemini season you can reflect and release and speak and listen, because those are really the invitations of this season. And to close off things, I actually wanted to offer a prayer that I absolutely love, by Tosha Silver. And so go ahead and get comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes or just listen. And this is really an intention of release and surrender and allow what needs to come through for you. Divine Beloved, allow me to give with complete ease and abundance, knowing that you, the unlimited source of all. Let me be an easy, open conduit for your prosperity. Let me trust that all my own needs are always met in amazing ways, and that it's safe to give freely as my heart guides. And equally, let me feel wildly open to receiving. May I know my own value, beauty, and worthiness without question. Let me allow others the supreme pleasure of giving to me. And may I feel worthy to receive in every possible way. Change me into the one who fully loves, forgives, and accepts myself, so I may carry your light without restriction. Let everything that needs to go, go. Let everything that needs to come, come. I am utterly your own. You are me. I am you. We are one. All is one. Amen. This is one of my favorite prayers, so there it goes. So I always forget to do this, and this is always the most fun too. I want to just pick an oracle card. So I have these two decks, and let me know which one I should pick. I have this vessel deck, and this is kind of what I go to, the roots and wings, but let me know if one is calling you. I feel like the vessel is calling me. So just setting an intention for our guides, our support systems, to offer this last bit of clarity if you need it. May this reading be for your highest and best good. May you be open to receive what you need. I know that prayer is so beautiful. I'll put a link to the writer of it. You can check her out. She's incredible. Tosha River. I mess up her last name. Apologies. All right. Wow. Okay. Childhood. Child is the card. And so that really feels to me like we want to get to the center, it looks like an egg, but I feel like it's sort of the source of us. Of who we are. And I'd like to think that our child is really leading. If we offer our child the opportunity to lead, beautiful, beautiful things will start to manifest in our lives. So thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to show up on a monthly basis. We'll see you first Wednesday of the month next month, July. Stay whole. Give yourself